Chocolate here for another video review. This time we have the Tony's Chocolonely Littl Bits. Yes, so what's this one? What does it say? Should say somewhere. Triple Chocolate Mix. There we go. All right, there we are. Yeah, so thanks so much RM and Shuri for both recommended these ones to me. Yeah, very much. I know RM's very excited for these ones. And, well, I actually, was when I first heard about them, I thought, it was just another Tony's Chocolonely product. But, basically, these sound and look really good. I mean, look at that. You can see it's almost a bit reminiscent of Vice Versa. Remember those from Nestle years back, where it basically has two sort of inverted types of chocolates in the same bag. Yeah, so very interested this one. I mean, yeah, just really quite excited for these ones. Hopefully, they'll be a bit more exciting than the regular Tony stuff, which has always been a bit. Sounds great on paper, and on the wrapper sounds really good, but they're quite expensive and tend to be a bit disappointing. So these ones I'm quite optimistic about, and I do a couple of others in the range as well. So this is Triple Chocolate Mix. We also have caramel sea salt and biscuit. Yeah, so there we go. And also they have, this one sounds rather exciting, milk marshmallow and biscuit. Okay, so I guess the biscuit one was reused a couple of times, which may be fair enough. But yeah, so a few in the range. I'm going to review those shortly as well. Alright, so yeah, so let's get into these ones then. So what's it say on the back? Crazy about chocolate, serious about people. So it's got their sort of anti-slavery message going on. You see it's got this chain there. That's basically their sort of thing, Tony's Chocolonely. A noble cause, I think you'd say, noble cause. So what does it say there? 3 times the choco, it says. 3 times the scoff factor. That's what you get with our triple chocolate mix. Okay, chunky layers, 100% traceable, dreamy, creamy milk choco, rich dark choco, and super smooth white choco, all mixed up into 3... annoyingly, well, that's not the word I was expecting. Annoyingly irresistible flavours. Oh, there we go. For a triple whammy choco party in your gob. All right. Our mission is 100% slave-free chocolate. Not just our chocolate, but all chocolate. Okay, there we go. Worldwide. That's where you come in. The more people who choose slave-free chocolate, the sooner it'll become the norm. All right. Together we can make chocolate fairer. Bit by bit, are you in? Well, I think that's a bit unfair, really. Leaving it. It's not really down to the people. I think, to be honest with you, I think it's down to the company. So I don't really like that. The way it's kind of saying, well, it's up to you, really. Buy our product to make the world a better place. I mean, no, you should just be doing it. You shouldn't need to make a thing of it. So I don't really like that. I feel that's a bit unfair, really. So it's, because people technically buy what's nicest and cheapest, and usually a combination of the two. So if they make this nice and cheap, people will buy it, whether it's slave-free or not. It won't matter. So you make it slave-free, make it cheap, and make it nice, and we'll buy it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so there we go. I think that's fair enough. All right, so let's have a see. What does it say? So mix of milk chocolate bites made with milk, white, and dark chocolate. Okay, ingredients: 38% milk chocolate. All right, and also it's a bit not quite as focused in. I apologise for this. It's just one of those. 36% white chocolate. Okay. We do have a percentage of the dark chocolate, 25% dark chocolate. So, yeah, there we are. So dark chocolate missing out a bit there. So 38 milk, 36 white, 25 dark. Okay, and we've got some more information down here. Cocoa size, 51% dark chocolate, 32% milk chocolate, 28% white chocolate, minimum. Milk size, 21%, milk chocolate, minimum. Right. The per 100 grams, 547 calories, so pretty much on the top end of the 500 to 550 that chocolate pots tend to have calories per 100 grams. I've seen doing chocolate reviews on this channel. 34 grams of fat, 20 of which are saturates. Then per serving, 30 grams, 164 calories, 10 grams of fat, 6.1 of which are saturates. What's the weight of the bag? Does it say? Should do somewhere, but I can't easily see it. 100 grams, there we go. So actually for the whole bag, it's basically that. It's got a bit of a description here, which is quite nice. You have so many layers right back at you. All right. Winter's new sort, I guess. Two's company, three's a party. All right. Well, the last thing I would say is there's very much crimpage going on here. You can see it's this crimps at the side, so they could never have anything in it. There's a sort of false bottom which bulges up a bit. So again, a bit of smoke and mirrors there. And of course, this top bit here, where there's like a peel to open tab there, that could never have anything in. So when you take away all these sort of, layers here at the side, it's actually a very small bag, and then of course it's not half filled to the top anyway, it's only filled halfway. So halfway is in when they've took all the bits off. So there's actually a lot less chocolates in here than you'd think. So that's something to be aware of. Well, how do they look like on the inside? So let's move myself down and give them an open. Let's do it. Okay then everyone, I'm going to give these Tony's Chocolonely Littl Bits. It's the triple chocolate mix and open. So yeah, I think we just need to get into it and let's do it. So let's say it's got a little bit of a pull tab there, or a little notch to for where to open it. So time recorded about 1,050 reviews, something like that. So yeah, so if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if not done so already. So I'm called some more reviews, some related ones, other Chocolonely ones, other Tony's Chocolonely ones, things like this. So if you've watched and liked and subscribed, go check those out if you've enjoyed this too. I mentioned before it's almost half empty. I mean, it's even less than half empty. I mean, look at that. It's just so empty. You know, when you take away all the, you know, you're literally left with like a pack this big. You know, when you consider the whole thing as one of the others, you know. I mean, this is even not quite right because there's all bits bulging out and stuff like that still. But, you know, when you consider, you know, it could be in a bag, it's such a smaller size. But alright, let's tip them out to see what we've got. Why not? They look a bit like stuck at the bottom. Did they come out? Yes, they will. So should have got rid of them all there. Alright. So it reminded me a bit of, what do it remind me of? Yeah, a bit like vice versa. It's a bit more spherical, you know, stuff like that. And you can see the white chocolate ones are not quite as white as you'd think. You can see they've definitely got something else underneath it, you know, like a dark chocolate or a milk chocolate or whatever. So it does affect the look of them, but nonetheless they look okay. But it's not a thick enough layer of white chocolate, presumably. Alright, so let's separate these out and then we'll count them and see what we've got. I think we're expecting, well, it says there's less dark chocolate than white chocolate and there's less white chocolate than milk chocolate, but I think that might just be what's on the inside. So 5, 10, 15, 16 there, 5, 10, 15, 16 there. Well, that's pretty good. 5, 10, wow, 17 here. I mean, that's pretty accurate, that, isn't it? You know, you got to, what was it, 16, 16, 17 there. I'm pretty impressed with that, to be honest with you, you know. I say, we've seen all these other ones, like Skittles and all this, that, and the other, which say, we just do it randomly, so, you know, this, that, and the other. Why can't you have it, you know, pretty much perfect like this? And this could be a fluke, they won't always be like this, but I would say that's pretty good, you know. Yeah. It's good that you get more of the dark chocolate as well, I think, an interesting one. Alright, so, yeah, not bad. So let's say, well, they're all a bit knobbly. Is it worth measuring them? I'll give them a brief measure. I think it's worth it really. 1.7 in width there. And it's about 1.1. Are they relatively accurate? 1.6 in this case. About 1 there. So they're, you know, they're quite standard. Just give or take a millimetre. 1.6. 1.1. Yeah, it's about 1.6 in width and diameter and 1.1 in height, something like that. Alright, so let's give them a bit of a chop, shall we? Going to be a bit of a difficult one. I'm just going to squidge them down a bit. So what we can do, so we will chop each one, or each type of one. See the difference? Okay. Alright, so that's how it's best to show this then. Okay, so there we go. So nice. Got there's a sort of white chocolate in the middle, the dark chocolate on the right as you look, or on the left as you look, and on my right, and the milk chocolate on the left as I look and on your right. So yeah, nice layers there. So you can see the dark chocolate one got a white chocolate sort of inner layer, and then the milk chocolate middle. The white chocolate one has got a white chocolate outer layer, of course, and dark chocolate inner layer, the milk chocolate middle, and the milk chocolate one has got a milk chocolate outer layer, and the white chocolate inner layer, and the milk chocolate middle. So it's a bit of a shame that they don't, you know, they've all got milk chocolate middles basically. Two of them got a white chocolate outer layer. So you can see why there's less dark chocolate than the rest, and yeah, and there's more white chocolate than dark chocolate, and obviously milk chocolate has the most. So a bit of a shame. I would have liked it if they did it where perhaps one of them had a dark chocolate middle and one of them had a white chocolate middle, you know, the bigger part. So yeah, so it's a bit of a shame. I melted my hands here a bit, so I'm struggling to hold them up here, but yeah. So that is a bit of a shame, I think you'd say. It's definitely not equal distribution there, but I guess most people do prefer milk chocolate. But I think for me, looking at this, I would have expected white on the outside, milk in the inner layer, dark in the middle, and then all the combinations of those. I'm sure they could have done it, so it's a bit of a shame that they haven't. But alright, well, how did it taste? That's the next step, isn't it? So let's lift myself up, give them a taste. Okay, everyone, going to give these Tony's Chocolonely Littl Bits, what was it, free triple chocolate mixing, it's called, it says on the top. A bit annoying there that it actually say on this part of the bag. I think that's a bit confusing, but it doesn't for some reason. I guess it's because Tony's have it in the top on the chocolate bars products, but I do think that's a bit rubbish in this case. So there's 3 different types. We've got a sort of milk, a white, and a dark chocolate one. But the problem being is that all of them have a milk chocolate centre. The white chocolate one has a dark chocolate inner centre. So I can show you sort of here, like that. There's the white chocolate one. There's a dark chocolate inner centre and the milk chocolate middle. Milk chocolate has a white chocolate centre, but still has a milk chocolate middle, which I think is a bit poor. And the dark chocolate one, white chocolate inner and a milk chocolate centre. So yeah, a bit poor that one of them doesn't have a dark chocolate centre thing or a white chocolate centre. I think you should have just had all different combinations of the three. I'm sure you could have done with 3 different chocolates there. So a bit of a shame. But all right, let's give one a taste. So we'll give the milk chocolate one a taste first. So let's just get into it. This should have a bit of white chocolate in, but no dark chocolate, which is a shame. It's the only one actually I think of the 3 that doesn't have 3 different kinds of chocolate. So bit of a shame that. Bit of a shame. Let's see what it tastes like. It's got that sort of creamy Tony's milk chocolate taste. I can't really discern a white chocolate there. I mean, I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's possible, but I'm sure it does make a bit of a difference. But it's mainly milk chocolate, that one. So that's a bit mundane, that one. I think definitely, I would say, a disappointing one. Let's try the dark chocolate one, which should have a white chocolate and a milk chocolate middle. So again, it's more milk chocolate really. The dark chocolate is 51% cocoa solids, so it should be a relatively strong dark chocolate. But will it be strong enough? Let's give it a go. I can taste the dark chocolate. Again, the white chocolate's kind of possibly lost in all this, but the milk chocolate's definitely there. This one works a bit better. It's a bit more interesting because of the fact that the dark chocolate is, you can detect it basically. But I certainly think the white chocolate's kind of lost there. So let's try the white chocolate one, which is the one I think we've not tried. Yes. So again, this one mainly milk chocolate really. I think you'd say it's white chocolate outside layer, dark chocolate inner layer, milk chocolate in the middle. So let's give this a go. I'm just going to taste the white chocolate a bit more because it's just the first thing you taste. But again, I feel like I'm coming away with milk chocolate really more than anything else. I don't taste any dark chocolate in that particularly at all. Yeah, so these ones, they're a bit of smoke and mirrors basically. You're really getting just mainly milk chocolate from almost all of them. The one that really tastes any different is the dark chocolate one with the outer dark chocolate part, because you just can taste that a bit stronger. Maybe the white chocolate one, you're slightly tasting a bit of white chocolate, but yeah, let's try all 3 of them at once. Let's just try that. I mean, mainly this is going to be just, milk chocolate, isn't it, really? Let's give them a go. Let's see. Maybe a slight taste of dark chocolate there, but mainly, a creamy milk chocolate. So I think these ones are kind of smoke and mirrors, really. I don't know why they've done it like this. I don't know why they've not done it where one of them has a dark chocolate centre, one has a white chocolate centre, one has a milk chocolate centre. I don't think you have all different combinations very easily. I think there'd be quite a lot there. But just having one where there's just different combinations where milk chocolate isn't the centre on all of them. It's only the centre of one of the 3. And each of the others gets their sort of time in the sun, if you know what I mean. So one of them has a dark chocolate centre, one of them has a white chocolate centre. I mean, that just would have worked so much better, and just take away, make sure that there's not the milk chocolate isn't the dominant one in all of them, only one of them. So they're okay, but they're ultimately disappointing. I think the idea is great on paper, but they've just implemented it pretty poorly, really. But they're still nice all the same. But you're mainly just getting a milk chocolate taste for most of them, other than the one with the dark chocolate on the outside, which has a slight dark chocolate taste for a bit, but again is mainly milk chocolate, really, at least 50% milk chocolate, in taste and in practice pretty much. So yeah, I think they're nice, these, but they're just ultimately a bit disappointing because they've just been implemented pretty poorly, really. They're not like Vice Versa back in the day, from Nestle, which essentially had, a white chocolate centre on one and a crispy sugar shell that was like the opposite colour, like a dark chocolate or a milk chocolate colour. And then one of them had a sort of milk chocolate centre and a white chocolate shell. There's nothing, they're not that distinct, you know what I mean? They're basically more centred around the milk chocolate. So as I say, quite ultimately a bit disappointing, really. So they're quite nice though, but it's a cream milk chocolate. It's not a bad one, but it's nothing special. It doesn't taste anything too distinct, I would say. It's just a nice milk chocolate. Yeah, I think the average chocolate bar is a 3 out of 5. These ones, I think the gimmick's quite good, and it still gives you a bit of difference. I can barely taste the white chocolate. I'm sure it does make a slight difference, but I can't really discern it very well. You know, it almost basically may as well not really be there for most of these. I think maybe only the one with the white chocolate on the outside has a slightly more white chocolatey taste than the others, but it soon goes because there's so much other chocolate there, really, of you know, more like you know, stronger strength with the dark chocolate and also more abundant with the milk chocolate middle. So yeah, I think a bit better than average, but not by much. They're just quite nice. But there's ultimately, you know, if they had maybe another centre, a biscuit centre or something a bit more interesting, you know, 2 layers of chocolate on the outside and a caramel or a biscuit layer, crunchy layer, something else might have made them a bit more exciting. You know, or if they actually did it properly and had a different centre of the 3 different chocolates on each of them and different portion, different surrounds, you know, of the ring layers around them and the outermost layer, things like this. You know, basically one of each centre. Of your milk, dark chocolate and white chocolate with the actual centre, and then one of each with a different outer colour as well. So, you know, I think that would have just been the way to do it, but they've not done that. They've only done half of that. So, I think for me, basically, not bad, but certainly a lot of room for improvement, really. So they're just above average, 3.5 out of 5. All right, let me know what you think of these ones. If these are your favourites of the 3. So, RM, thank you so much again for your recommendation on this one. Shuri as well, thank you so much. Let me know what you think of these ones yourself as well. So I'm not sure if you've mentioned which ones you prefer the most, but let me know. It's always great to hear from everyone. I always do the best to reply. And have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.